In his first full season as a Net, Dorian Finney-Smith wore many hats on both offense and defense. Let's break it down.
After the Nets traded for Dorian Finney-Smith at the 2023 deadline, he brought what he'd always brought to the court as a 6-year Dallas Maverick. Defense, toughness, communication, but an injured pinky finger on his shooting hand likely hampered his offensive production. His shooting numbers were down across the board, but he came into 2024 healthy and ready to go. Then, starting center Nick Claxton went down on opening night, which thrust DFS into the starting center role despite being only 6'7". But he held that role down just fine, in part due to improved shooting numbers with a healed pinky finger. Brooklyn's in-season tournament victory over the Bulls really showcased how, as Dorian led the way with 21 points. He and the Nets reaped the benefits of playing him at the 5. That's a simple pick and pop that Nikola Vucevic is late closing out on. And here, another pick and pop. Vuce goes to take away the shot, but Doe blows right by him, Eurostep to a finish. It's just an advantageous matchup. This is a head fake and go, nice layup. And in transition, when Vuce falls back to the paint, as a traditional center does, he's too late to close out on Dorian. And then a couple plays later, Doe burns him on another attack off a pick and pop. This season, Dorian upped his 2-point percentage from 42.9 to 56, and his 3-point percentage from 30.6 to 34.8. And that's underselling his outside shooting a tad, which was above 38% before a late January ankle injury sidelined him. Defenses having to close out hard to DFS behind the 3-point line really helped make him an effective small ball center. Against the Magic, sees a closeout, so he drives and makes a pass. Then he does the exact same thing again, popping to the 3-point line and driving by Isaac to create an open 3 for Cam Johnson. And though Cam misses there, he makes one a couple games later after Doe pump fakes, drives, and kicks. And no, it wasn't just the in-season tournament that got him going. With Dorian as Brooklyn's center on the season, the Nets put up a 117.1 offensive rating, nearly 4 points better than their season-long mark, per Cleaning the Glass. He even mastered some of the finer points of playing center, like this screen and re-screen for Mikal Bridges in semi-transition, or this pick and pop where he catches the ball and fires it cross court in one motion, generating an open corner 3. It cannot be overstated just how much better DFS was offensively in his second season in Brooklyn, and it's no surprise that his hot start as a small ball center carried throughout the season no matter what position he played. Per Synergy, here are his 3 most common play types in both 2023 and 24. Spot-ups, transition opportunities, and screening actions, and the Nets' points per possession when those plays led to a shot or potential assist. Speaking of potential assists, I really thought this was the best passing year of Doe's career so far. He'd make this little laydown pass on drives often, and when he would go to the hoop and that second line of defense would step up, he was real quick to pass it off for a dunk, or even on this one, a drive deep into the lane and an impressive kick out for 3. None of this, however, coincided with a defensive drop-off. No matter if he played the 5 or the 4, whatever, as long as he was on the court, Brooklyn's defense was better off. To be specific, 1.4 points per 100 possessions better off with him on the court, the 4th best mark on the team. Doe is the defender we've known him to be throughout his career, generally a pest on the ball, taking all sorts of matchups, though it was fun to see him in a little drop coverage to start the year as that small ball center. But perhaps it's worth noting that he posted a career high in block rate in 2024, sticking guys like Jason Tatum in isolation, chasing attackers like Josh Hart down in transition, and of course, chipping in as a help defender on the block.
Of course, Tatum, Hart, and in that last clip, Domantas Sabonis are 3 very different types of offensive players, and that highlights one of Dorian Finney-Smith's most valuable traits as a defender: versatility. He can slide his feet and get over screens when he's defending guards on the perimeter. He can body up and play strong against bigger wings and bigs. And of course, you can count on him to be in the right spots and communicate as a help defender.
Dorian Finney-Smith didn't add a ton new to his game in 2024. He mostly showcased the same skills he's always had in a slightly different role, but may have added some passing chops along the way. Mostly though, Dorian Finney-Smith was the same player he's been throughout his career, and clearly an impact one at that. Stay tuned for more episodes of Nets Film Focus.